welcome back. I'm here with Amy Huddle from Horse Helpers. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure,
Yeah,
always.
Definitely. We've been chatting a little bit before the interview and learning a lot about this organization, and it is fantastic. And you're the president of Horse Helpers.
Right.
Horse Helpers of the High Country. I want to make sure I say that correctly. So tell us a little bit about what exactly Horse Helpers is.
Horse Helpers was started in 2003, so we're coming up on being 12 years old, I think. And it was started because there was a need for somebody who could take abused or neglected horses. Mm-hmm. There was nobody in this area. So we serve Avery, Ashe, Watauga, Caldwell, and Johnson County in Tennessee. So we serve a big area. And we help with law enforcement and animal control. I testify in court if necessary as an expert witness. And we bring in sick or abused horses, we rehabilitate them, we retrain them, and then ultimately we adopt them out. We are solely volunteer run, so there's one part-time employee, but everything else is done by volunteers. And when you think about, right now we have 19 horses, we've had 20 to 21 for a year. And if you think about the expense of 20 sick horses, not healthy horses, but sick horses, and what it takes to keep them going, the volunteers are incredibly dedicated. We're really lucky. It takes a lot of work.
That is fantastic. Yeah, we were talking about different volunteer opportunities for the people to come in for the community to help take care of these sick animals, and that could be anything from working in the stables to repairing some fences to brushing the horses and feeding them.
But we also need administrative help.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, if somebody could help with promotional stuff and answering the phone and that kind of thing, mm-hmm. It would be huge. We don't have anybody doing that right now except me, and I'd love to share.
Doing all of it.
We'd love to share.
Definitely some opportunities for students to come and volunteer.
And we do have an internship program. We've had some great help with interns. And so we'd love to encourage any student who wants to learn financial end of things or marketing, or if they're in sustainability, anything like that.
Yeah, there's all different kinds of opportunities to do that. So, it's not just limited to maybe
mucking stalls.
Right, it's not limited to that. There's so many opportunities. I know working in a nonprofit, for me, I did not realize how long the list of things that went into it.
Yeah.
It's a job.
It's endless.
And it's great that you guys have volunteers too.
Yeah.
And I think it definitely can come in with a group, of course, too, and do mm-hmm. group activities and different tasks that need to be done on the farm area.
Right. And we have church groups, we have fraternities and sororities, and we have all kinds of local groups that come out. The Boy Scouts are coming on Saturday, and the Girl Scouts are coming this year. So, and we have all ages. Mm-hmm. The Girl Scouts are like 6 to 10, and I think they're probably going to help us get rocks out of the pasture because the horses can't run with rocks in the pasture. Right. So it's a perfect job for them.
Yeah.
So all ages we can work with.
And that's good too. There's something special about going in and spending time with a horse.
Yeah.
It's like loving on a little kitten or puppy dog. It's the same thing. You go in and you just love on them and brush them. It's a lot of fun. My dad actually used to have horses, and it was always fun just to kind of go and just spend time with them. They're such great animals.
They give a lot back. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm amazed at what they teach us. Mm-hmm. And I was telling you earlier that I took over in 2006 thinking that I was going to be rescuing horses, and it ended up that the organization also seems to be a good, safe place for people who need something. Mm-hmm. The horses fill lots of important needs. They are very healing, and they're being used a lot for therapy, and lots of studies that show that, but I didn't expect it here, and yet people come back over and over again because the horses feed their souls. Absolutely. Just like we do them.
Absolutely. That is fantastic. So people can come and adopt horses.
Yeah.
And what does that entail? Like, what is the process for that?
We really like people to spend, a significant amount of time with the horse so that they can really know that it's a good bond. And then they fill out an application. We do an on-site visit where the horse is going to be, and we check references and spend time with the people, try to help make a good match based on the person's skill level and what they're looking for in a horse. And the advantage to adopting a horse from a true rescue is that our goal is to find a permanent home for the horse. So I'm not going to hold anything back. Anything I know about the horse, any problems, any behavioral issues, any health issues, that person's going to know everything because I want it to be a forever home. There's no profit. I'm actually losing money. With every horse that we adopt, we're losing money because it always costs more than what we charge. But if you go to a dealer, they're trying to make a profit. And that doesn't mean they're dishonest dealers. They can be good dealers, but they still have a goal of making a profit. And for us, we just want the horse to be in a forever home. So really, you're going to learn more information than you're ever going to learn from anybody else from a rescue about that horse.
That's a very good point, definitely. And plus, you're really rescuing this wonderful animal and taking it to be a part of your family too. So
and when they know they're saved, they become much deeper and richer and more grateful, and they know.
And you guys are also, well trained in the rehabilitation part. So that you can know all you can know about horses and taking care of them, but that rehabilitation part is intense.
It is, and sometimes you get horses that aren't safe. And if we have a real advanced rider and they know what they're getting into, that's one thing. But I don't want to adopt any horse out that can't go out and at least manage themselves and handle themselves successfully in public. and most of our horses on average are with us for a year. So even though we're kind of like the Humane Society, we're not, in that we do have some horses that have no issues. Maybe the people didn't have the money to pay for them, and the horse was well cared for and loved. They can be adopted in a month or two, but for the most part, horses stay with us for about a year. You really know everything about that horse. You know all their oddities, any kind of health issues, and so it gives us a long time to be able to rehabilitate and undo bad behavioral things. We do all the despooking. They load, they pick their feet up. They do everything that you really want a horse to be able to do.
Absolutely. Well, you guys have some big events coming up.
We do.
So the first one is this Friday.
Yes.
You're going to have a fundraiser. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so Eat, Drink, Bid, we're in our 5th year for that. And it's a lot of fun. It is a silent auction and a live auction. And it's a heavy hors d'oeuvres. We'll have music. We have, I'm trying to think, there's lots of good community and fun. And so it's at the High Country Home Builders Association, which is on 105 Bypass. And we have wonderful things to auction this year at the silent auction. We have lift tickets from Appalachian. We have a beautiful vintage guitar that the Fleetwood Mac, the head of Fleetwood Mac, she's not this one, but Stevie Nicks used this brand guitar. The tone is gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
And Jimi Hendrix used this brand guitar. It's a Goya. And so we have a Goya that we're auctioning. We have an antique music box that is a table and music box with all kinds of inlaid work. And then we have, all kinds of reasonable pet toys, and we have gift certificates from lots of restaurants like Troy's and Foggy Rock, and we Twigs and Roland. So all price ranges of restaurants. We have massages, and we've got everything.
Sounds like
I know there are going to be some things I'm going to be bidding on.
I had that massage and
sounds good, doesn't it?
Definitely. All right. Well, that sounds like a really good time, and that's this Friday. What
It
time?
starts at 6 and it goes until 10, and the tickets are $40. But that was the other thing. You get wine. You get 2 glasses of free wine or beer as part of the ticket. So you get heavy hors d'oeuvres, and there's live music, and you get entertainment, and you get wine. You can't go out to dinner pretty much for that. So it's a good deal. And so $40 per person and 6 to 10.
So can we get those tickets online?
You can get them online. You can get them at Bare Essentials or Troy's, Moe's Boots, or there's a fourth place that the Animal Emergency Vet.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have 4 locations. You can get them online or you can get them at the door.
Oh, well, wonderful. So we have another one, or you have another one coming up, the benefit concert,
right,
which is October 16th.
We're really excited
yeah,
about.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, Melissa Reeves, which everybody knows in Boone, she's, everybody loves Melissa Reeves. She is generously doing a benefit concert for us, and it's going to be at Crestwood. Crestwood is giving us a room to do the concert, and they've just opened their doors. I'm really excited. So Melissa and her band are going to be playing, and I think the doors open at 6:30. The concert starts at 7. And we'll be putting together like a dinner and ticket package that you can do. So you can have dinner at Crestwood if you want. But that we haven't quite got all that nailed down yet. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
That sounds like a great time. And it's for a great cause too.
That's exactly.
And so this one is, I'm really excited about this little fundraiser type thing. You have a children's book.
We do.
And it's called
Chester's Barn.
Chester's Barn. Okay, so tell us a little bit about it. Apparently there is a real horse named Chester, and he's a pony.
He's a miniature horse.
Miniature horse.
Yeah. And there's the picture of him right there on the screen.
How sweet.
And Chester's Barn was written by one of our volunteers, Tom Pace, and a board member, Megan Miller, and the photographs were done by a volunteer, an ASU student named Maddie Barker. So it was a collaborative effort of a bunch of people, and the photographs in the book are fabulous. It's this wonderful story about Chester coming to the rescue, and his back legs didn't work. And he dragged his legs, and it's a story about him finding his place in the barn and finding where he fit, and he ended up he's only 2, and finding a temporary mama who missed her baby. And so they ended up living together for a while until they didn't need each other anymore, and he went off his way and she went her way. But it's the story of Chester learning to be loved, and his legs work now.
Oh.
But the funny thing was that a college student named him, she asked if she could name him after her dog, which was Chester, and that was the day he came. And I didn't even think about it until the next day, and I was watching him drag his back legs across the yard, and you probably don't know this, but for older viewers, Gunsmoke, the deputy on Gunsmoke when we were kids, was named Chester, and he dragged his leg just like Chester the pony. So it was like, oh wow, his name was meant to be. He's
Absolutely.
Chester, just like Chester on Gunsmoke. So anyway, yes, that's how he got his name. And Chester is hilarious, and he is real, and he will come into the schools. He rides in the back of my truck, hangs his head out the window, and he whinnies as he goes down the road. And he'll come into the school. He's been to the mall. He's been to Menchie's for a fundraiser. He's going to ASU next week to be on the green for everybody to see him. So he's getting around and having a good time and making lots of friends.
Wow, what a great story. I definitely will have to check that out. Can we purchase the book?
You can. The book is for sale online, or you can buy it on Amazon. It's $24.95, and all of the proceeds go to Horse Helpers. And I think it is $29.95 on Amazon, unfortunately. But
hey, it goes to a great cause. That's great, and it's a true story.
It's a true story.
And you can get the book and meet Chester yourself.
That's right. That's
sweet.
right.
Oh, I love it so much. Well, thank you so much for all that you do. I know it's a big task to take on, but I know these horses are forever grateful. You guys are doing an amazing thing.
They are what keep us going.
Absolutely.
It's the horses.
That is wonderful. I'm going to have to come check it out.
Please do.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Be sure to check them out online, learn more about what you can do to help horse helpers of the high country. We'll be right back after this.